Welcome back to Alexa's Ranch. I was just sitting here for a few minutes just relaxing with Bachi. It always calms me down to watch them munch on the grass. I don't know what that is, but anyway, time for the boys to go to bed because I have friends coming over and I want to make a very delicious, very easy couscous vegetable meal. So, little bit dinner time. Come on, come in. I just found little bit. How can one little boy be so dirty? Hey, little bit. Can I brush you off? You need some good brushing. What do you think? Hmm? Okay, the boys are fed and in their pasture, and now I can get cleaned up and head into the kitchen. Okay, so at least I'm showered and all cleaned up. I'm making progress here, and I'm going to start chopping up the vegetables now. So we have some tomatoes, some peppers, some zucchini, and some onion. I'm going to add some salt, some pepper. Here's my very loud pepper mill. And some olive oil. And I'm going to just give this a quick toss. This looks so pretty, doesn't it? I always think that the eye also eats with, you know, you have to like what you see and then you can, it's more fun to eat it. And I'm going to prepare my couscous in here. 1 cup is going to be good for 3 people. And this will give us about 2 cups of couscous. Now, my couscous has to stand for about 5 minutes. I think that's true for most couscouses. I don't know what the plural for couscous is now that I'm saying. Is it kuski? Probably not. Let us know in the comments what it is. Anyway, so we have 1 cup of couscous, and then I'm going to add some butter. I get distracted so easy, it's terrible. And all we're going to do is we're going to add 1 cup of liquid. Again, I have a 1-to-1 ratio here with my couscous. Check your box before you do your couscous because, you know, there might be a little bit of a difference, but it usually, the 1-to-1 ratio holds usually true. So let's start boiling our water here for the couscous. I'm using water. You can also use chicken, beef, or vegetable bouillon, whatever you're in the mood for. So I've turned my stove on to medium heat, and I'm not going to add any more olive oil, I think, because we already have the olive oil in here from earlier. And you want to make sure that you don't overcrowd your skillet. If you have too many vegetables, you can always make it in 2 batches now. Okay. So now we're just going to pour the water over here. And then with the fork, I'm just going to carefully incorporate everything. Make sure when you use your fork and you have a nice skillet that you don't scratch it with, you know, scratch your skillet with your fork. So now we're going to put the lid on there. And we're going to let this sit now for 5 minutes. And I'm going to add some crushed red pepper just to give it a little bit of an oomph. Now, of course, you can add chicken or shrimp or serve this to a nice piece of meat. so many options here. But this was a very spontaneous, no-notice dinner, so this is what I had in the refrigerator. And be generous with your seasoning, because the couscous itself is very neutral tasting, and it tastes very bland. So you want to make sure that you do a little bit more seasoning than you usually would. And I'm going to add some cashews in here now. Just like 2 handfuls. Fun little crunch. I'm going to add just a little bit of honey. Sugar always breaks down the acidity in the tomatoes, so makes them taste even better. Okay, I think we're ready. Turn this down. Okay, so let's check on our couscous. Look at that. Very nice. Look how fluffy that is. And now all we're going to do is add our skillet. There you go, look at that. And now, last but not least, I'm going to add some zest of a lime. Just a little bit. To give it that citrusy flavor. There you go. What a wonderful little meal for a summer night. Bye. Good night from the ranch. Bye-bye.